Alright, this is the Loco training guide for Atten. Now, before we get started, Fraps kind of breaks up my video into minutes or 2-minute segments, so if it comes out badly, don't blame me, blame Fraps. Also, I'll be treating this Audacity record as a somewhat of a recording diary kind of thing. So sometimes there may be a video matching my voice, sometimes not. So just follow along, but everything will be pretty linear as far as instructions go. So I'm going to turn on Fraps right now. I'm going to pick Atten as my leader, and I'm going to go to Novice Map and play a single player mode. Before we get started, when you start, go into your AP shop, which is a button on the top right corner, and you'll see a bunch of items, and you'll see a skill scroll. And what you'll do with that is you can put it on Atten. Atten actually he needs 2 skills to make himself completely efficient. One is Sword Arrow and the other one's Vacuum Slash. Sword Arrow I would recommend first because it's more of it's a beginner skill because it's a nuke, which means it's a single hard hitting skill. Fairly quick cooldown, so you'll be blowing up people with that skill a lot. So I'm going to use my skill scroll and learn Swords Arrow. And now let's go to Novice Map and let's go to Practice Mode. Practice Mode is I'm with NPCs and I'm fighting NPCs. So there won't be much of a PvP explanation, but I'm going to be teaching you how to PvE because that's a fairly important aspect of the game. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to turn on Fraps. And I'll be picking Expert Mode. Expert Mode just basically means you input your own points. It's much more useful because it just is. I'm going to be putting my first point into Ankle Buster. Ankle Buster is one of Atten's best skills because he does a triple slash and it does a lot of damage. And it also slows down. And if someone uses skill immunity, then later it goes through. So what you're seeing here is I'm not rushing. I'm waiting for my monsters to fight the mobs and hitting them from behind because I don't want to get hit. So I'm just doing that common PvE tactic. Because when you first start, you're fairly weak, so you kind of want to stay back, kind of let your mobs do the tanking and just do a wide slash. Now, here comes the enemies. I'm going to pick a different lane because they complicate things. So, as you can see, I'm leveling like crazy, but that's just what PvE mode does, or training. So, there's that. Now, usually what my setup is, I do Sword Arrow next, and then I use Hell and Heaven, and I just kind of alternate between the two. Mostly Sword Arrow first because I want the nuke, and I have extra skill points, so I think I'll put it into my Emerald Sword for now. You don't have to train Ankle Buster anymore, it's kind of useful as it is now. Now, if your monsters, if anything on your team kills something, you will get EXP. Unless there's someone else on your team around, then you'll get shared EXP. So usually when you're in the lane, you kind of want to be with yourself. That's what I did. Now you can see I maxed out Sword Arrow, so now I can hit 500 damage with a single burst, which is extremely powerful. Again, I'm farming. Now, once it hits the 2-minute mark on the top left corner, it tells you the time. You go in the middle and you can claim bases. And I'll show you that after I kill this Merino. Right. Killing people gives you a lot of gold and EXP, well not EXP, but a lot of gold. It's worth it. Here's the mineral point. Mobs will spawn in the mineral points. They're always indicated on the map. The mobs are usually stronger than normal grunt mobs, so you might have to work a little harder. Usually I capture bases at about level 4 or 5 in real matches, but it depends how fast you get there. If there's a mob or enemy on your spot, then you can't claim it. You gotta wait until you kill all of them. So once I kill this, I have captured the mineral point. And basically a mineral point is every cell every X amount of seconds or so you get about 150 gold, and it spawns your mobs, so I guess it can be a safety point in the beginning, but later that kind of function falls off. Oh, apparently I didn't max sword arrow, and I was that strong already. So now Atsun is getting stronger, because I've just pretty much been farming him up. And as you can see here, we have Tower of Punishment. I know if you played already, so you know what it is, sort of. It's basically a checkpoint in a sense that you have to kill. So it works as Tower of Punishment, and behind there, that big grotesque thing is base point. To hit base point, you have to break the tower first. So we're going to be breaking this. Now, Tower of Punishments, you can cast spells and stuff on them. And they have more HP by a lot, and they can slow you with their attacks. Now I'm buying potions on the side too, but that function I'll teach later. Right now we're just doing PvE aspects like lane capturing and whatnot. But yeah, generally you want to break down the towers as fast as possible, because you can get EXP over time then, freely. Also, it helps you defeat the enemy easier, because they have no place to hide in your lane. And yeah, all that good stuff pretty much. I see my team, my army here, or there's a giant army fighting me. Ah, I'm stunned. Dragon vision. Now, I'm also utilizing the base point here. You can utilize anything in your base and still get EXP. That's how cheap bases are and whatnot. It's worth using. So, oh yeah, just know that you have to input as many points as possible, or input skill points whenever you level up. The second you level up, put a point in. Unless you don't have anything good to train, I don't blame you, sometimes it happens. Don't put any points in. I'm buying stuff, but I won't be explaining that right now because there's no point. It's kind of technical to explain buying stuff. Oh, I mean, it's not hard to buy stuff. It's the thing is what to buy. Right, so. I don't want to fight NPCs, waste of time. This is mainly a PvE thing, so I'm not really fighting that much against other people. Let's move to base points. Base point, I already broke a tower on this side. Actually, they're both broken because the NPCs killed the other one. So now we're going to be fighting this base point here. Now, base points do more damage than towers. They can stun, but not... Apparently in novice mode, they don't stun. So generally, when you attack these, you want to be in a group. And if your group is fighting it, you want to see if it's worth doing, because sometimes it's not. And you can't use skills on these things, so... Oh, except Ankle Buster, which is nice because that triple slash finally comes in handy. When you break it, then the mobs can't spawn in this lane anymore, so you control this lane. And then you break the next one. And you have to break all the base points before you can break buildings. Emerald Sword is basically your ultimate. It makes you do a shitload more damage. And I need to drink another potion because I'm on MP. As you can see, Atsun is a huge MP consumer. Damn it, the Randy Ross hit me. That's okay. I'm pressing Z. Oh, what did I just do? I press Z. Z is your get out of jail card. You get it once every, well, it says 7 minutes up there in the corner next to the time play, but in real missions it's 4 minutes because you can buff it and make the duration lower. So it says 7 minutes right now, but in reality it's about 4. And utilize your Z as much as possible, because that will pretty much help you get through every kind of bad situation. And just keep note, and just know that when enemies use their Z's, next time you fight them, they're dead, right? Because they can't run away anymore. Sword arrow, 500 damage nuke, pretty much kills everybody. Yeah, I don't want to train anything besides other stuff that isn't Ankle Buster, because Ankle Buster right now isn't very useful per se. I mean, it doesn't. So here's Cyclops. Cyclops, you have to kill Cyclops before you can kill other base mobs. It's just how the game goes. Cyclops is pretty strong, hits really hard. It's annoying to fight when there's other people around. but it's okay because I just beefed up my character by buying weapons and stuff, so no problem. I don't want to fight the Randy Ross because there's no point. I'm going to run right now. I'm going to buy potions so I can get healing, and I'm going to root around to fight those boss mobs. Boss mobs in novice mode, there is a melee one, and then there is a ranged one. Oops, almost dead. Whoopsies. These things, Cyclops you can't use skills on except for things like Ankle Buster, and those Guardians that I just fought, the guy with the spear, he can get hit by skills. So different tactics and whatnot. Yes. Except they have a like when you cast skills on them, they have a 50% reduction. So they are a little tougher than your usual mobs and what's not. I'm actually take that back. I'm not going to break this temple. Very big waste of time. You only break temple to show off to your enemy because temple's not that useful. Or take that back. Temple's not worth breaking normally because if your enemy has to camp the temple, that means they're probably being owned right now. But who knows? And I'm hitting headquarters. You basically have to hit headquarters to hit the boss. I think you've seen that already. What people do sometimes in novice mode, or actually any mode that allows you to do this, you go behind the headquarters. It'll tell the enemies your headquarters is being attacked, but they don't see anybody, so they don't know. They might not know. They might not check. And if you break headquarters, you get a shitload of money. You get 5,000 gold. So with that 5,000 gold, you can pretty much buy whatever you want. Which I will do right now because I want to buy more shit. Now, in novice mode, these little mobs on the side spawn over time, ranging from those weak guys to this big griffin thing. The griffin gives the most EXP on the map, but hits really hard, but it's worth killing. Well, he's not, okay, he's worth killing if you can kill him with ease. Otherwise, just kind of kill these things here. Like, some characters can range, so you kill those things with those characters. Owlbears are fine. They don't do much. You just kill them for EXP and gold. A lot of gold. And then go back to base. They have a longer spawn time than normal mobs, so you definitely want to take those out before your enemy gets them. Whoever gets them most gets the advantage. I'm gonna go buy more stuff now. Excuse me. I don't need that anymore. And then I'm gonna buy this. Actually, I buy one more thing. I'm gonna buy this. No, I don't want to buy that. Yeah, I'll buy that. Okay. Wait, no. Yeah, why not? Why not? Oh. Okay. Anywho. Been 10 minutes right now. Usually would be faster, but I'm just doing the grand tour. Let me show you how strong I am now with Atten all geared up. Pretty much you can kill mobs. You can kill enemies in like, what? 4 skills? 4 hits altogether. Oh, just a quick little thing to show you. When you move and slash, it's a quick slashes so you can get out of them alive. But if you do hold down attacks, the last swing will be a knockdown. So, if you have a fast attack speed through artifacts, it might be worth getting. You don't have to kill these towers of punishment, because I skipped them going behind the base. You can if you want, but I don't really feel like killing them. Nor, if you can avoid them, go ahead. So, let's go kill the boss. And we're going to use all my relics. I'm going to go use Dragon Vision, Emerald Sword. You see how fast I'm killing him? Whooping his ass right now. And use my triple slash. You can't cast skills on him, but again, triple slash works, and you just whoop his ass, and you just done PvE completely. That's how you do PvE in the game. PvP is a little different. PvP is a lot more strenuous, but if you do this aspect of the game right, then you can succeed quite well. And that is the training. I'm going to go edit the video and see how it turns out.